Sorry, what are you doing?
You're the arena challenge. Tier 5.
Oh,
5.
Yeah, that's all good.
Yeah, basically, yeah, we should be fine. I mean, I've been kind of studying and figuring it out. We have a dwarf priest for field ward. Sheep the warrior. Nuke lefty if he's in there, and basically keep the warrior sheeped and fuck everything else up. And make sure if lefty spawns, do him first, and then everything else is just, nuke them down. We got magic dusts, we got consumables, all in boom. I have every single buff in the world.
Yeah, as long as you just nuke the mage, it's fucking easy money.
Right. Yeah, Emily mentioned that everybody should FAP just in case the mage is there, and Frost Novas.
Yeah.
So.
Who's doing the 0.5?
Me and Jackal.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I'll finally get the energy proc back.
Yeah, there you go.
Time all wipe.
Oh shit, 59. How was next? Welcome.
Yeah, it was good tonight. It was smooth. Somebody threw out a fucking a weak aura that fucked up everybody's connection, so we had to log in and out like, I don't know, 20 times. It was awful, but it worked out in the end.
Nice. Yeah, I was out with the wife and I turned on the Twitch stream for a little bit.
Did you catch Hagen?
No, what happened? Oh, the boss? No, when I saw you guys doing the bug, and then I saw the Noth. So that was the new boss, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I was sure we were gonna get like 4 deaths or somebody dancing wrong, but yeah, it went really good.
Cool.
It's always that scarier first time if the tank's gonna dance correctly, for sure.
Well, it makes you wonder, right? Like, when was the last time this tank danced through that?
Yep.
So you're just 100% as like melee. Like for me, I wasn't worried because I'm sitting on the pedestal, but fuck, man, yeah, sketchy. Yeah, we didn't have to dance at all, so it worked out well.
Oh hell yeah, nice.
Yeah, because that thing one shots, right?
Yeah, man. It's close. It's like 4 or 5k, but if you get caught between 2, then it's one shot.
Jesus.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get 2, you're toast.
Yeah.
But only really bads get hit by 2.
You know what's even fucking amazing too is if you just go into that fight and lip, everybody who didn't watch a strat video or wasn't listening totally gets fucking portaled and you're fine. So you can almost guarantee you're gonna survive that.
Wait, did you guys do Oro?
No.
No, you did MC. You did MC after.
Yeah, we did Nax and then we went to MC and then we did Oni.
Oh, nice.
Fucking no weapons drop though. Nothing. Never any weapons. We did have in Nax, we had a nice
BOE?
sword. No, but while we got it.
Yeah, he's been playing a lot on this pally.
Yeah, fuck man, I'm still rocking the goddamn the lower Blackrock Spires. staff, like level 58 bullshit.
Gotta go for the dagger.
Oh man. Where's
I do
BZ?
have. He was just in here, but
No one
okay.
wanted to run Ubers, so he left.
That's fucking
He
far.
said he was going to bed.
I bet he'll come back.
Yeah, a couple Adderall, he'll be back.
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck, give me some. The Adderall and wow is a dangerous combination. Dangerous combination. Yeah, Jekyll, I do have the banner. Sorry.
Okay, cool. Yeah, well, go back and grab mine then.
Yeah, I got it. Is the priest in here? You want to tell him?
Yeah, I think he joined the channel.
Okay. Feel like since we're doing amp, maybe I should kill Guzzler.
Yeah, I need Ribley for the ammo pouch on the way.
I was gonna solo him tonight. That was my plan too.
Who are you after, Demented? You want Plugger?
Yeah, the bar shanker, the dagger. 2.0 speed. It's actually it does
I've done that on
pretty good damage.
hardcore. I've just have had people pull the whole bar when doing that event.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah,
gonna do that, you
yeah.
basically clear everything.
I saw a video where you put the beers on the corner and then the 4 patrons that are near him come one by one and then you just kill them one by one. And then you pull Plugger into that cubby and just fire him there. But I mean, I've never soloed it. I almost want to log into my rogue in Era and then do it a couple of times just to see how it is. And then...
Yeah, Rogue's definitely used to solo it in non-hardcore.
Yeah, I was watching a couple of videos of people doing it. And they were doing that like 57, 56.
Yeah, he's definitely not hard to kill, and then you just vanish after. When I've done it on hardcore, we just clear the whole bar.
Did you guys see the fucking guy who soloed the Gar?
Yeah.
I saw a clip, yeah.
Holy shit. I didn't quite understand. Is it is it one of those glitch things where he's standing in one spot and then if he moves, he goes back and then he moves? Was that what he was doing? Or was it
It's
just
you
feign?
put your pet in one spot and you feign. It's just like DMT. Like you put your pet in one spot and you feign, and he runs back to your pet, and then you shoot it and runs to you.
Ah, okay. But the path has to be long enough for Feign to be back up, right?
spell is I can't stand yet.
First time I'll get this far on the Dark Mantle.
Do you have all the Shadowcraft pieces already?
I have everything. Shadowcraft, I have everything, but usually I just, you start getting better gear and then shit's expensive. Like my last 3 rogues, I didn't get to the challenge because I just either kept raiding and got better gear or died. But yeah, on hardcore, this is the first time I'm getting the 4-piece.
Yeah.
So the most, if you've never done this fight, Bolton, the most important thing is to make sure you sheep the Theldon guy, because otherwise he fears and he does a bunch of shit. It's really annoying.
Right.
Yeah, sounds good.
But we will have Fear Ward up.
You'll also have to sheep him multiple times. Usually you just kind of like spam, like honestly you can just spam sheep on him until it's like everything's under control and then you kind of go.
So off the rip, do you want me to just like AoE fear them all as they come out of the door?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Yeah. Lets things get like settled easier.
Yeah. We can like find targets and whatnot, because as they come out as a mob, you don't even know who's all in the pack sometimes.
Yeah.
So kill order is we definitely want to kill the shaman first if he's up, because he'll break all sorts of stuff.
I got magic dust for everybody. 1 second. And just break it all up here. So I'll give each
Who wants
one.
the mark?
We don't even need to mark. It's not that hard. Have you not done this before, Jack?
Yeah, I've done it before. I guess I'm just trying to like figure out how to, if there's a way we want to establish.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, you can mark a skull if you want, but yeah, if you get that AoE fear out and we sheep Theldon, then it's just you kill the healers and then you kill the DPS, then you kill Theldon.
Right. Oh, and then if Lefty spawns, we nuke him first.
Getting close, Jack?
Yeah, I'm running down getting to the chain now.
And thanks, Luca and Fulton, for helping. Appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
more mana.
Remember not to step in the middle until after you drop the banner.
Yeah. We'll drop in really close to the wall and then. Where should we buff? Here or up there?
Right before we drop in, I guess.
Right before? Okay, like on the edge. Okay, so don't drop in. Let me buff up. Okay, defense. 42. Giants.
Just do a pull countdown before to unboon. Or we can unboon after the first gate. So it's still like the first gate opens, it's like the little trash comes out, and then we can unboon in between.
So, put it down?
Probably shouldn't.
Yeah, you can put it down anytime. It doesn't actually start anything.
Yeah, we get that first gate of ads.
So you can put down your banner right now. It doesn't matter.
Where's...
Don't walk anywhere. Just put it down
Black-
right here. You just put it down right here. You don't need to walk anywhere. Just put it down.
It's saying it requires Black Rock Depths Arena.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Maybe just move in a little closer. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just moving step by step. There you go.
Hey. Okay,
Unboon?
so we're gonna kill the first pack, unboon, or you can unboon now, it doesn't matter. And then we're gonna AoE Fear when the ads come out, the boss gate. And we want to make sure we sheep Thelden. And then it just, you know, kill the healers first, no matter what they are, and then kill the DPS, and then kill Thelden. You'll need to multiple sheeps on Thelden.
Yep.
Okay. And Fear Ward is 6 minutes, so...
And remember, nothing can be tanked. So, like, just Nova, CC, it's control. Like, all scatter trap things that are on Cole's costume, you know, things like that. You have blind stuff, magic dust.
Yeah, I gave everybody magic dust. Jacko, they need a magic dust.
I've got two.
They got two, okay.
Just start it when you're ready.
Alright, everybody.
Yeah, I'm gonna unbow now. Okay.
Alright, let's do it.
So
I'm out of range. Let's still be charging. That spell isn't ready yet. Let's still be charging. I can't cast that yet.
we're shipping the warrior. Focusing lefty. If anybody has one on them, like Photon or the priest, call it out so we can go.
Lefty's up.
Lefty's up. Okay, I'm going to lefty.
We're killing this shaman.
I'm gonna kill lefty real quick. Lefty's dead. Lefty's dead. I'm going to the shaman. Okay, shaman is dead. And now I'm going to this guy here because he's on the priest. He gouged me. Rotting. Okay. Okay, this guy's dead. Now I'm gonna get the priest, and then last one is Theldrin.
Easy, easy.
Yeah. Okay, careful. Oh man, come on.
Nicely done.
That was not bad at all. Okay, let me boom. Because, Jesus. People make this seem so scary.
I mean, stuff was on your healer, like you handled it well. It can get scary.
Right, I went after one of the guys that was on him. I
Can
killed left.
we clear to Windsor real quick so I can turn and crumple down?
Yeah, I think somebody needed a amp if everybody's cool with it for the Hodge.
Yeah, we'll continue on to him.
Hey guys, thank you so much. That was super nice and smooth. Appreciate it.
Don't you talk to me like that.
My wife was like, why don't you talk to me like that?
That's funny.
Because it's not nice and smooth shit.
Yeah, when Daunton and I did it, it was shit.
Me? No, I've only done it once and it was super free. I was not with your group.
Oh, you weren't with my group?
No.
Yeah, my
ours,
group,
like,
the
we got-
mage, like, sheeped the Theldin once, and, like, it had, like, a warrior bleed on it or something, so it was just running around fucking with people.
Yeah, when I did it, we got no lefty, no priest, just the dream lineup.
You did your part, Dante? Did you even do the 0.5?
I haven't even started it.
Oh. I mean, it's not. Basically, the
I should
boots, right?
eventually.
The boots
Yeah,
is
and I have
nice to
slime
have.
kickers.
Yeah, those are good too.
I didn't get slime kickers, maybe I would have done it earlier, I don't know.
For rogues, it's just so good.
Mm-hmm.
$60 flagged Lawler and Forge.
Wait, why did that just came up? Did you see that? My quest?
Oh, it just popped for you.
Yeah. That's weird.
That's weird.
He likes big pools. Hey, you dwarf. Get me out of here. Yeah, he just popped out again for Jackal. What are you gonna do with your banner, Jackal? Just RP?
Yeah, I guess just delete.
If someone's talking shit in the Storming, just put it down and go, okay, but I challenge it.
Yeah, throw down.
It doesn't disappear. You can do it forever. That's why you can keep summoning the boss.
Oh yeah, I still have it on. I didn't notice that. But they don't drop anything.
He did. He
Just
dropped a
connect-
nice
Center
cape.
chest.
He dropped what?
He dropped a nice cape. I don't know if anybody looted it. I linked it.
Oh, I didn't. He dropped a cape?
The chest in
Yeah.
the center.
The hit cape.
Oh, what the hell? I didn't even see it. Was it good?
It is a very nice hit cape.
Chest.
Is for casters?
Like hit, stamina in.
Hit?
Yep.
A cape with hit?
Spell hit.
Oh, spell hit. About to say, jeez.
Oh, we didn't open the thing. Will you go open it, Minted?
Oh, yeah. Sure.
You can stealth over.
Yeah, I got it. Fulton needs to go get a DMT.
I can always come back after.
I mean, we're only like what 20 minutes to get done with this.
Yeah, okay.
I don't
yeah.
know how
We're
long
just
we
going.
have Summoner out there for.
I have a summoner out there if they're gonna someone will hold the instance for you.
Let me see.
Yeah, tell them to before they actually leave, the last person, just to.
Jack,
hold
we
it
don't
open.
need this boss. We can just keep
We don't.
going.
We
I
just
need
went
the
straight.
information.
Oh,
Yeah, the Anya tune. I just need it for the information.
Oh, I see. Okay.
okay, yeah. Fulton, I'll run the DMT with you in case if you miss it. Don't worry.
Okay, that works.
Yeah, I think Luca can summon too. Force of will.
We can just walk by these guys.
Yeah. Yeah, the only attunement is cool the first time you do it. You're like, oh, it's a cool class. The second time. Oh, I actually need that. Now I'm an engineer.
Pode pagar?
Ripley, really quick, please.
Yep.
Just Ripley.
Yeah. Let me grab food buff, then I'll pull him.
Yeah, Fulton, let me know if you need a summon over there, and I'll switch over to my Warlock.
Thank you, dude.
Yep.
All right.
I'll need clickers, but I got the Warlock. Come on, ammo pouch. Nothing.
Is that helpful?
Hey, was it a bag? I didn't. I already have the bag.
It's the quiver.
I can't even. Yeah. No, I already have the quiver. I'm using the quiver. I'm switching to the purifier gun. I need the ammo.
nice.
Is that the
Is
Argent
anyone done
Dawn?
the quest?
Yeah, that's
have.
that's the Argent Dawn rep. Yeah.
No, I have not done a quest.
All right, I'll just activate him then.
I got the bag from Argent Dawn, the supply bag. That's the first thing I get.
Yeah, it's pretty. That's cheap to get. It's totally worth it.
Yeah.
If you can get exalted instead of revered, it drops from in epic stuff. The epic stuff is 45. Exalted, so
Yeah, I think I paid 7 and 7 for the bag, so yeah. Revered. Seven and 6 is cheap.
6 bars from exalted, and then I'll buy the gun. I've got the tokens in my inventory. Once I get that, I'll have almost 25% chance to crit on ranged attacks, like just with Mongoose.
That's pretty good. I'm at 33. How's it looking? Oh, no firegrass.
Yeah, lucky. All right, go. Gonna charge in here.
You gonna go inside or just try it?
Just yeah, the west here.
Nice. Man, I just wanna go turn in my quest. Skipping this guy?
All in.
Oh, did you pull?
Is it possible to skip him?
Yeah, you can just walk.
I've never done it that way.
Enter this.
Enter
Not
this.
gold for your trouble.
We can skip here too. With the priest.
Column's behind us, but I think we can make it. We can cruise.
Oh, he's immune to distract. Careful, priest. Let's go. You need Hodge, Jagger?
I do, yep.
Nice. Maybe an Iron Fall. Did you get the legs from Undead?
No, I still need like everything out of Undead.
Or at least the challenge is done.
Yeah, I need the legs and the boots out of Skolo as well.
I can help you farm the boots. I got the bloods.
Oh, sweet. That'd make it a lot easier.
Yep. That's why I do it for my brown brothers. I helped like 10 warriors get their boots.
That's a nice one because it's right at the entrance. You can just, if you have
Yeah,
like
you
a
can
couple of
do.
blood.
It's once you get good at it, it's fast in the arena.
I'll pass on it. Where are you going?
He wants to do an MC thing. Those are
nice.
pretty good, yeah. I'll let him take it if he needs it. It's pretty good. I'll trap this square unless you think you're good with all three.
It doesn't hurt to trap it. Just take it easy.
I don't have Blade Flurry up.
Okay, charge when you're ready and I'll pull it.
Just waiting for Costin to come down.
Costin's excited. Get an MC attune and a Hammer of Grace. Whew.
Alright, charging in. Try it again.
Alright, boy, I'm gonna log off. You have a good night.
See TV.
Hey, TV,
Okay.
take it easy, TV.
Did it.
See you guys.
Jack, did you know my warrior died?
You know, I saw you leveling like a level 1 warrior with the same name. I was going to ask you about that. What happened?
Oh, he touched
I was
rock?
talking,
Somebody needs to
talking
touch
to my
rock?
son yesterday as I was running into BRD. Had my boons. You know, I was self-found and everything, right? So I was super
Yeah.
scared.
Did you fall,
Had my
dude?
boons, and I fell into the lava because I was talking to my son. I was looking away from the TV. And I forgot that I had my light of balloon, and I could have got out with a light of balloon. I actually I'm pretty decent at lava jumping, so I lava jumped, but I wasn't like, because I was kind of panicking. I thought I was going the right way, but I went to the wrong side.
Oh.
So yep, I
Yeah.
died.
Dang, dude. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's the worst I've felt on a death since maybe my first death.
Yeah, I haven't had one of those. All my deaths were, you know, like legit. And I've always said that, like DC or something stupid, oh my god, yeah. Not that I'm saying
Hey, Timmy died to DC, right?
TV died to DC, yeah.
Sorta, yeah.
I mean,
He
he
died because he had Atlas Loot open and it blocked his health, and then he's super low health and couldn't close, and his game crashed. It was just a shit show all at once.
yeah. But like, why? I never do it. I mean, I don't say never, but like, when I see people dying like Winter Spring at the flight point, or you know, don't do that shit. It takes so long to level. I never AFK in the world, or
Lights hope.
Yeah,
Yeah,
after I
let's
saw
hope.
the video of like the guy griefing at Cenarian Hold by like pulling the bugs onto people, I'd never AFK flying anymore.
oh,
We got
good.
it.
I should go to this one first.
Who's got the air torch?
I do. Okay.
Food. Me just barely sweating. You've gotten some good gear lately, Fulton.
Yeah, man. Lucked out.
I think last raid you got a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Probably should have got that trinket tonight, but I mean,
What do you think of that new loot thing?
I mean, it definitely favors the, the friend group.
a little bit.
I mean, I can't say much.
The good thing about they're so consistent with rating, like they, it's very rare they cancel one. Everybody's just getting geared regardless, right?
Yeah, they keep canceling the AQ and the ZG though. I need
Yeah,
to
that's
get,
the one. That's the one I need.
They got one tomorrow set up, but they got one tank that hasn't confirmed.
Yeah, no, I'm signed up for tomorrow.
You need a tank, let me know.
Yeah.
And then they benched a healer that needs something in there and brought in 2 stacked ones. It's weird.
I think Emily's confirmed it, at least, so
Oh, that's
she'll find somebody. All 3 of them in there, don't they?
I actually need to save Princess, if we could do that.
Yeah. Oh, we're jumping in. What's the strat for that? Just
Someone just kite her up and down the platform.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
okay.
Yo,
Yo.
what you up to?
We just did the
vibing.
challenge. Went pretty smooth. So me and Jacko were on that step.
Nice.
Now we're trying to get him Hodge. GZ came in and they were like, Ubers, and we're like, maybe not right now. He's like, alright, I'm going to sleep.
That's good. I'm glad he went to sleep. Raiden, he said he's sorry that he took the dagger. GZ did. He was like, wait, I should have given that to Aiden.
Wait, what dagger? Fell strike?
I'm gonna flask set and then we'll go.
I'm also very happy about it.
He won Fell Striker yesterday? Oh.
Pulling.
We did World Boss today.
I've seen people get one shot when he's in rage. Oh, come on.
Dang it. I'll be back.
I use that belt forever.
There's so many items that have ranged weapon skill in them. It's crazy.
Either
Oh, did you just talk to her?
okay, I'm logging on my warlock.
Alright, let's see what's going on with that DMT.
Nice, guys. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Yeah, great job. Thanks.
Yeah, that's huge. What do I need to turn it in? Is it...
Safe travels. See you around.
Welcome. Be good. Off with you.
Well met. Be good.
Phil Gunson, Senior Analyst for the Andes Project at the International Crisis Group. In Washington, D.C., Richard Weitz, a U.S. Security Analyst and Senior Fellow at the NATO Defense College. And in Uruguay's capital, Montevideo, Timer Porras, former Foreign Policy Advisor to President Hugo Chavez and former Chief of Staff to President Nicolas Maduro. Thank you, all three of you, for talking to us. Excellent panel to discuss these important developments. Let me start with you, Phil, because you're in Caracas. You're here to give us political analysis, but you used to be a reporter. So I'm going to start with you just to ask you, how does it feel now in Caracas, and how shocked were you when you heard this news?
Now in Caracas, it's all calm and peaceful. As you can imagine, there are not many people on the streets. From where I sit, which is looking out over the western half of the city, you really wouldn't know it from a normal day, except for the lack of traffic and the relative silence, except for the birdsong. Was I shocked? Well, you know, when you're woken up in the early hours of the morning.
Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro is in custody in New York following his dramatic capture in a U.S. military operation in Caracas on Saturday. President Donald Trump says the people of Venezuela are now free of Maduro's dictatorship. Venezuela's vice president has demanded the U.S. send Maduro back, calling him the rightful president. Maduro and his wife, who was also captured, were brought to the Stewart Air Force Base several hours ago. The couple face federal charges of narco-terrorism and cocaine importation. Maduro was taken to a detention center escorted by drug enforcement officers. Now, with Maduro in custody, President Trump says the United States will govern Venezuela for now. His announcement has divided opinions. Al Jazeera's Patty Culhane joins us from the U.S. Capitol. So, Patty, you're there. Walk us through what we see.
62 war strat Halmberonis Anistory.
Venezuela's president, Nicolas Maduro, and his wife now in the custody of the United States. U.S. forces arrested and captured the couple in a surprise attack early Saturday morning in the country's capital of Caracas.
He personally oversaw the vicious cartel which flooded our nation with lethal poison, responsible for the deaths of countless Americans.
A team of DEA agents led the shackled pair off a plane in Orange County. Tonight they are locked up in Brooklyn and indicted in the Southern District of New York for drug crimes and conspiracy. Crowds gathered outside the detention center in Lower Manhattan, elated about his capture.
I'm just happy that he's getting justice. That's a big deal. That's why we're celebrating.
Others in Times Square demonstrated against U.S. intervention. Maduro's removal now leaves a vacancy in the leadership of Venezuela. The country's vice president demanded Maduro's return, but President Trump said the U.S. will lead the South American nation.
We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition.
The president's bold statement generated mixed reaction.
Today we got rid of somebody who has been extraordinary.
From Nigeria, Syria, and now Venezuela.
What's next for Nicolas Maduro as he awaits arraignment? And what does a U.S.-run Venezuela look like? And good evening, I'm Joe Torres. Tanya has the evening off. We begin with the story that's captivated people across the country and around the world. The capture of Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro and his wife at their home in Caracas. The focus now shifts to New York City. This is new footage just released of the ousted and now handcuffed leader being walked into the DEA offices in Manhattan. Maduro overheard saying, "Good night, Happy New Year," as the cameras flashed. The head of state now in custody in Brooklyn as he awaits arraignment for drug and conspiracy charges. Maduro's capture leaves his position vacant, and President Trump said the U.S. will temporarily run Venezuela. That announcement came as we learn more about the military operation that plucked Maduro from power and removed him from his country. But also, why the White House did not alert congressional members about the mission until it was underway. We have team coverage this evening. We begin with Anthony Carlo outside the detention facility where Maduro is held tonight in Sunset Park. Anthony.
Well, Joe, U.S. forces took Venezuela by storm, and when it was over, Nicolás Maduro would be here in New York City behind bars in federal detention as President Trump tries to make the case that the world is safer with both Maduro and his wife in U.S. custody. Nicolás Maduro, handcuffed and shackled as he touched American soil at Stewart Airport in Orange County, New York. Flown by helicopter to the west side of Manhattan, where Venezuelan Americans watched as he and his wife were driven in a van with an armored escort to be processed by the DEA.
We were hoping for this for many years.
Maduro is no longer the leader of Venezuela, but now a prisoner of the United States.
America's a safer nation this morning. It's a prouder nation this morning.
What can I do for you?
It was early this morning at the direction of President Trump. U.S. forces raided Venezuela, carrying out an extraordinary mission dubbed Operation Absolute Resolve.
Coordination, the stealth, the lethality, the precision, the very long arm of American justice, all on full display.
The elite U.S. Army Delta Force capturing the president of Venezuela and his wife at their compound in the capital city of Caracas to bring them to justice in the United States.
The illegitimate dictator Maduro was the kingpin of a vast criminal network responsible for trafficking colossal amounts of deadly and illicit drugs into the United States.
After being processed at DEA headquarters in Manhattan, a motorcade took Maduro and his wife, Celia Flores, by airlift to the notorious federal detention facility known as MDC Brooklyn. Heavily armed agents waited for his arrival. Crowds of Venezuelan Americans broke out in celebration, eager to see the deposed president of their native country put behind bars.
We are very happy because Venezuela is free.
This caps off an escalating military campaign that started with airstrikes on boats suspected of smuggling drugs into the U.S. And it ended with Venezuela's president extradited to New York, where he's faced narco-terrorism charges since 2020. As for Venezuela, President Trump says the U.S. will govern for now.
We can't take a chance that somebody else takes over Venezuela that doesn't have the good of the Venezuelan people in mind.
I am confident in the capacity for any government to be better than what we had.
Now, although this is being celebrated by many Venezuelans, there are also many questions about what this will look like as the U.S. tries to govern Venezuela. Maduro denies these drug charges, says the U.S. was trying to oust him from office in this regime change and also gain access to the South American country's vast oil reserves. The next time we see Maduro and his wife, they'll be in front of a federal judge here in New York City. We're live at MDC Brooklyn. Anthony Carlo, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
one of the big concerns. You can tell from just the way the police have been acting here today, with the arrival of the SWAT teams and so on, was to make sure that they could get him in here safely, securely, and they appear to have done that at this point, Caitlin. He is now inside the Metropolitan Detention Center here in Brooklyn, and he begins the process being held in custody until he awaits trial. Of course, we expect that he might be in court for his first appearance or perhaps his arraignment as soon as Monday. Caitlin?
Evan, do we know if he's gotten a mugshot, been fingerprinted? Has that already happened, or is that what will happen now that he's inside this facility?
We're told that some of that happened already at the DEA field office. That's one of the reasons why they brought him when he came in from the Air Force Base. They flew him to that heliport on the west side, which was the closest to the DEA field office, which is on the west side of Manhattan. And from there, they brought him back to the heliport and brought him to another helipad, which is at a park just right near this facility. Again, right on the Brooklyn waterfront. I think you saw those extraordinary pictures of the helicopter going by with the view of the Statue of Liberty, something that he would have been able to see as he flew over the New York waterfront. And now at this point, he is inside the detention center in Brooklyn, where he will await his trial.
So we don't expect to see him tomorrow?
No, we don't expect that he'll make any public appearances. Again, this is all up to the judge, but we don't expect that the judge will have any hearings at least until Monday. Again, it's all up to the judge, and at this point we have not yet seen anything on the docket to indicate this, but again, we're waiting to see that, and that is most likely when he will make his first court appearance, his first public appearance, and we'll see him hear for the first time the exact charges that he and his wife are facing.
Yeah, and I still think one huge question is who is going to represent him? And do we know if they would have the same attorney, Evan, or how does that, would they have different attorneys? How does that work?
No. Yeah, no, we have not yet seen that. We haven't seen any information of who might be representing him. We expect that we're going to see that perhaps tomorrow. We're going to get some information about that tomorrow. Obviously, as Ellie was pointing out, Nicolas Maduro, at least according to the U.S. government, has a lot of resources at his disposal. The U.S., of course, has put a lot of sanctions on those resources, but part of the process here in the United States is that the U.S. government is not allowed to essentially make you not able to afford a defense. And so that's one of the things that we expect to see argued in the coming days is how does he get to pay for a lawyer, for a legal defense for him and his wife. That's, again, obviously something that's going to unfold in the next few days.
Evan, is it safe to say he's now officially a prisoner of the U.S. government now that he's inside that facility?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think he became a prisoner of the United States when the FBI agents who were part of that special operations force that went in to Caracas, that's the moment that he was placed under arrest. That process, of course, then they brought him to the Iwo Jima and then to Guantanamo, where they transferred him to a plane. And so it's been a series of different transports in the custody of the United States. So that process began several hours ago.
Yeah, Evan Perez, obviously we're going to continue to stay with you as we are watching this play out. And for those who are just joining us, we are watching a remarkable scene play out live before our very eyes here in New York City tonight, where Nicolas Maduro, the man who ruled Venezuela for more than a dozen years, is now a prisoner of the U.S. government, as the almost 34 million people who lived under his reign are left wondering who is running their country. The president says for the time being it's going to be the United States that is running Venezuela, he says, with a group. A lot of questions about the details of what that's going to look like, but we have been watching the former leader of Venezuela, the ousted leader, just outside New York City, helicoptered inside Manhattan tonight, then to the Brooklyn facility where he is going to be held for the foreseeable future. as you were seeing a heavy police presence that has been escorting him around this city, whether it's by motorcade, which is what took him to the Metropolitan Detention Center here, or by helicopter, as we saw earlier after he deplaned here in New York City. Ellie Honig, I mean, just this moment, something that, you know, there have been real questions of what was going to happen. The president said earlier that he shouldn't have been surprised, Maduro or anyone else, because of the large U.S. military buildup in the Caribbean. And now we're seeing this moment where he is in U.S. custody and he'll be before a U.S. judge within a matter of days, if not hours from now.
Well, I think what's so unexpected, Caitlin, is that it would play out this way. Obviously, there was this military buildup happening around Venezuela, but that our government made the decision: we're going to go in, we're going to seize Maduro by force and his wife, we're going to bring them to the United States and subject them to trial in our civilian criminal courts, is really a remarkable decision made by the president. And I think there's debate around it politically, but one thing I think we've learned over the years is that our criminal courts are fully capable of handling a prosecution like this. Now, this will be different because we're talking about a former president of a sovereign nation, but we have seen trials in these federal courthouses in New York and the Southern District of the leaders of the most dangerous narco groups, terrorist groups, mafia groups, you name it. Our courts have shown that they're capable of this. And you know, just historically speaking, there was a heated debate in the early 2000s about whether some of the terrorists associated with the 9/11 attacks, associated with Al-Qaeda, should be tried in our criminal courts. And ultimately, the decision was made not to try them in our civilian criminal courts, and they were left to languish for decades in military prisons to really unsatisfying endings. So this is a monumental decision that's been made by Donald Trump, by his administration. I think history will show that it's a correct decision. In terms of the legal way this will play out, to give these people their day in court, give them the rights that our criminal defendants are due, give them a trial by jury, and see what the outcome is.
Yeah, and as we're watching this play out, Evan reports that he is now inside that facility where you're watching this massive police presence. It's not far, just a couple of miles from where we are broadcasting right now. And Rahm Emanuel, as you're looking at this, and we're talking about the legal process and what plays out, and Ellie says the U.S. courts are perfectly capable of handling this. You can see the massive crowd that has been gathered outside there that Evan was reporting on earlier. The other question is the U.S. military capable? Is the U.S. itself capable of running Venezuela, as the president has put it? I mean, what does that look like to you?
Well, I mean, look, when you look at the heads of states, whether it's Gaddafi, Noriega, whether you look at Hussein, Hussein in Iraq, you look at all the people, heads of states that we've knocked off, we're pretty good at that or taking them. We're not very good at nation building or nation administrating. And this, I mean, the complexity of Venezuela doesn't compare to Libya, doesn't compare to Iraq, doesn't compare to Panama. So the scorecard here is very uneven in that sense of what our reputation is and our capability. And Panama is just a tenth of the size of Venezuela, a much more complex Venezuela. And I also think that it's not just military, it's political, which, you know, why I think the President of the United States, having thrown the democratic-elected government basically under the bus, made a mistake. This is not a strong suit of the United States. It's not also what you want as a detour of our resources, given what we have to deal with in Ukraine with Russia's war, Gaza Strip, in that area, that now the same people are going to be running this. This is going to be a massive undertaking for a President of the United States that ran under the banner of America First and no nation building.
Yeah, and Rob,
it's going to be
we saw that
very testing.
It's a huge test. I mean, I don't think anyone knows what the next 24 hours, 48 or year looks like on this. But I want to show you, because we saw that remarkable picture of Nicolas Maduro on board the USS Iwo Jima earlier. He was wearing the sweatsuit, the blinders, the noise insulating headphones. We now just have a video of Maduro inside U.S. custody. I want everyone to just stop and watch that for a moment.
Good luck, friend.
Good night. Happy New Year.
I mean, Rahm Emanuel, as you're watching this video where Maduro is being transported through, you can see the DEA carpet that he's walking across, going very slowly. He seems to say something, it's not totally clear what. and a little bit of a smile almost at one point as he's walking. Rahm Emanuel, what do you see in this?
Your guess, I got to be honest, Caitlin, your guess is as good as mine. I think this is an attempt by the United States to project, here's what we've done to this leader. I think what you're looking at is a guy who's basically being used in this moment to send a message to the American people, and also not only the American people, the worldwide, that if the United States wants to act, we can act, and we can literally go into a country, take somebody out in that effort. So I think it was basically,
I mean, I think he's saying Happy New Year there at the end. As I watch this, as he's walking through.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta be honest, I can't tell what he's saying. I think the reason the United States wanted to film this and then put it out is for the very purpose to send a message around the world, as well as the domestic audience here. That is a political decision of why to communicate that is what he said. Your guess is as good as mine.
The U.S. military went in, again, with some civilian agencies, if you will, probably the FBI. The CIA did some prep work on the ground, we know. But the U.S. military went in and was able to neutralize any opposition force and also go into the presidential compound, pluck out Nicolas Maduro and his wife without suffering a single American casualty. As Lucas Tomlinson reported earlier, there was one helicopter that was, or one aircraft, I should say. We don't know that it was a helicopter that was slightly damaged, but it was continued to be flyable afterwards. Senior strategic analyst General Jack Keane joins us now. General, give us your assessment of the operation that U.S. forces pulled off here last night.
We got a sense of how complicated and comprehensive it is with the chairman's brief description and summary of it. But it certainly begins with intelligence itself. The mission was attempting to capture Maduro and his wife. I mean, obviously we had another option which reduces the risk considerably, just to destroy the compound and people in it. Obviously that would be Maduro and his wife. But they truly wanted to capture him. They wanted to bring him to justice. They wanted to have in a trial. They already had an indictment. And that increases the risk, obviously, for the troops that are participating. But it's really the intelligence that permitted us to select that option. Because Maduro knew for weeks that this kind of an operation was a potential. And he was doing everything he can in terms of where he was staying, not the same place over multiple times, changing his habits. But even in changing habits, there's always a pattern, John. And our intel guys picked up on that. And we have other sources than just visual. All source intelligence is being used here to gather information on what is happening, not just surveillance, but listening, penetrating cyber, penetrating phones, the rest of it. A huge capability here that was able to track Maduro and with some assurances know where he would be and whether we could get in there and get out safely. The scale of the operation is all about getting the ground force in safely and extracting it out safely with helicopters. So what took place here? Multiple command and control sites were hit. And why is that? To destroy orders being given to reaction forces. Radar sites were hit. Air defense systems were hit to obviously fire at our helicopters or our fighter jets. Multiple Army bases were hit for obvious reasons. No reaction force able to respond. Air bases, multiple across the entire width and depth of the country were hit for the same reasons. No response against our fighters or helicopters. And then selected naval bases. Over time, the scale of the operation will become known, even if the Pentagon doesn't release it, because social media, neighborhoods, everybody knows what's happening, taking videos of it, and will see the breadth and depth of it. But the chairman certainly outlined the significance of it. And what makes this operation possible, in addition to the intelligence and our ability to deal with these complicated, comprehensive operations, is who the people are that are doing it. The intelligence of the people, the imagination of the people, and then the boldness, daring, and courage that they have in executing these operations and the skills that go along with all of that. It is truly a brilliant operation. And when we see these things, we have a tendency to take them for granted. And it's so true what the president said. Nobody else can do this on the scale that we can do it.
Yeah.
And it really is quite remarkable.
It is reminiscent.
And,
go ahead. Go ahead, General.
No, you go ahead.
No, it's reminiscent to me of the raid that captured Osama bin Laden, but much broader in scope, in that those defense mechanisms that you talked about were all targeted and disabled.
Yeah, well, with bin Laden, it was a matter of just getting in there without being detected, and then once detected, get out of there as quickly as possible. We took no action against Pakistani forces, and we weren't going to intend to do that unless they fired upon us. So that operation, while certainly bold and daring, didn't have the complications that this operation had as well. But look at the implications here are really great for the Venezuelan people. 27 years, if you package together Chavez and Maduro, think about that. 27 years they have had their grip on this country, and they systematically destroyed it. And now the opportunity for the Venezuelan people is just nothing short of remarkable. I'm assuming we'll transition to elections. The Venezuelan Constitution actually has a provision for an unforeseen transition of power where the vice president is the interim leader, and that's who the Trump administration has selected. And I'm assuming we'll eventually transition to elections and have a duly elected democratic system assume power in the country. And we've seen what those candidates can be and who was the candidate the last time in terms of Machado. But that's the pathway ahead. And what a remarkable day that will be for the Venezuelan people after multiple fraudulent elections. And then the region, John. I mean, the implication for the region. We have opened the door to a paradigm change in the region. Not just against narco-trafficking, not just against the imposition of fentanyl, but think of these other regimes who have relationships with cartels and the pressure that they're going to feel as a result of this. I think over time, we're going to see the government changes taking place as a result of elections to moving away from these authoritarian regimes, these leftist socialist regimes, to more what they had in the past in Latin and South America in terms of democratic form of government. I think the Trump administrations and the boldness of the president, his patience and perseverance here have really opened the door. It's much bigger than Venezuela. It is about the region itself and our concern about the region over close to 30 years in the direction it has been taking. And then let's think about it strategically. All of our adversaries are watching. Russia and China, another setback for him here because they had vested interests here. Just like in Iran, when we did the decisive blow, that was a blow also to Russia and China and other adversaries. Allies are watching it and seeing the world leader, President Trump, step up and use strength on a limited basis to make a powerful change for the benefit of the Venezuelan people and the region writ large. And they have to have confidence in the president's strength and leadership in doing that and dealing with the issues that they have in their particular region, whether it's the Indo-Pacific region, the Middle East, or certainly in Europe or even in Africa, where China and Russia have a significant presence. Huge strategic implications here going forward, John.
The leaders of Brazil and Colombia, not surprisingly Cuba, have all suggested this was a terrible thing. But sometimes those leaders might say something in public and then pick up the phone and call the White House, talk to the president personally and say, hey, thanks for doing that. Should we necessarily believe everything we're hearing out of the region in terms of complaints?
No, absolutely not. I mean, look, this has been very selective what our presidents have done in the region, and it's only when it's so compelling that action has to take place, and they look around and no one else is going to do it. H.W. Bush, Noriega, and Panama, he came to that conclusion. Reagan came to a conclusion earlier than that with Grenada in 1983. It felt action had to be taken. President Clinton did the same thing when a military dictator deposed a democratically elected president in Haiti and reinstalled the democratically elected president. These are not things that we do routinely here. We don't put pressure on the region routinely. But when we see things like this happening, they're so destabilizing. Millions and millions of people here are affected by this. I mean, there's 27, 28 million people in Venezuela. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 5 to 8 million left because of Chavez and Maduro. This is such a plus when you just focus on the people and what it means for them in their everyday life.
They have a much brighter
really quite
future.
Significant.
They sure do.
Yeah, absolutely.
General Jack Keane, our Fox News senior military analyst. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.
That spell isn't ready yet. I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging. I can't do that yet.
While we continue to watch these pictures, and again, these are coming to you live from Stewart Airport, about 50 miles, maybe 60 miles north of Manhattan. I've actually landed my little plane there, but I don't think you're going to see a whole lot of general aviation traffic in there right now. There's probably a security lockdown on top of Stewart Airport at this moment. Anyway, while we continue to watch the activities of this particular Boeing aircraft, let's bring in retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Davis. He's a senior fellow and military expert for defense priorities. So, Lieutenant Colonel Davis, tell us about what you think the United States accomplished in Venezuela overnight.
Well, you know, I'll tell you, I caution a little bit of, I guess, just kind of taking a deep breath, because obviously the military operation itself, in terms of just the skill of the troops and the planning at the operational level, the tactical level, was just unmatched. I mean, the fact that we could get in with 150 aircraft and to take out air defense systems and to turn off the electricity, to get the president of a country in and out without the loss of any life or any aircraft is just almost unheard of. It's just amazing. But all of the hard stuff still remains, because President Trump was emphatic today during that press conference that he plans on running Venezuela, and he's going to put some of his people. He said Secretary Hegseth, Secretary Rubio, we're going to be in charge of a group that's going to decide who's going to be ruling that country. Will the people on the ground accept that? Because he said if they don't, he said there could be another round, so there could be more violence to follow. Whatever gets put on the ground here, will though the people on the ground, all of the power structures that were loyal to Maduro are still in place. So if you want to insert somebody else, will they get the working together with those people, or will you get some kind of insurgency like we saw after the Iraq War in 2003? Many things of that nature, it's going to continue to be decided. And so we don't know where this is going to go yet. And I'm just telling you, historically, when we do regime change operations, it rarely goes smoothly. And I don't know if this one's going to go that way or not. It's just too early to tell.
Well, yes, and it's certainly hard to know how deep the loyalty to Maduro is among those he left behind. So sometimes a strong man, a thug, puts people in place who are there who will do his bidding, but don't necessarily agree with what he's doing.
Well, for sure, that's exactly right, and that's the loyalty only goes as far as they benefit from it. But what we've seen in similar situations, I mean, you can go to Iraq, you can go to Libya in 2011. It can be really ugly, because when people have power, they don't want to give it up. Moreover, depending on who might come in there, somebody might want to replace them, and somebody who's had power and has access is not going to want to give that up without a fight. So that's why I say there are still so many unknowns about how this could go. And so before we get too excited about the good tactical operation we had today, we need to be sober-minded that there's still a lot of hard work to do and a lot of things that could go sideways.
I have to think that it's awfully strange to be Nicolas Maduro right now. You went to bed last night as the leader of a nation, obviously surrounded in opulence and luxury. All of a sudden, there are loud explosions and probably Delta Force rifles in your face, and you get arrested and put on board an aircraft and spirited out of the country. Tonight, he's going to be sleeping probably in a 6x8 foot gray box. But I guess he can be thankful that he's not going to see an end like Muammar Gaddafi saw, Lieutenant Colonel Davis.
Well, and you have to, that's one of the other evidences that I think that probably there were almost certainly some insider help here, because the fact that Maduro knew that we were coming, that he may not know the hour, but he certainly knew that it was going to happen, because he's been talking to Trump personally. He's been trying to have negotiations. He sees, of course, all these rehearsals, these jets that have been flying around in his airspace. So the fact that even when he's ready and understanding was not already in a safe location, didn't get there in time when helicopters are landing, after bombs start falling, that just shows that he's, I think, just did not take the normal precautions to get in, or there was some insider information that helped him to not be captured and to not be killed in a firefight like what happened with Osama bin Laden, for example.
Well, and I think a lot of these strong men think that they really are that strong, and that, somebody like President Trump would never dare to try to depose a thug like Nicolas Maduro.
It could well be. I don't know at this point that that's a very smart thing to think of, but you see that Maduro was literally dancing around out in the open, not taking any precautions in the days ahead of this. So that alone told me that it wasn't going to be that hard if we decided to go in to find out where he was, as opposed to, like some of these other leaders, like of Hezbollah, for example. Israel finally got the leader of Nasrallah, but only after a long search, because he was very careful to not come out in the open, etc. Maduro was not even trying to hide himself, so it wasn't very smart on his part. I don't know if he just thought Trump wasn't going to come in, or he's just not that smart, but it turned out to be a pretty bad decision.
Lieutenant Colonel Davis, stay with us for just a moment. I just want to reset for our viewers where we are. Our friends at WNYW and their helicopter is flying above Stewart Airport. This is a public airport 60, maybe 70 miles north and west of New York City. A Boeing 757 has just landed there. It is owned and operated by the U.S. Department of Justice.
You need something?
You can see a number of people with what appear to be weapons standing around the base of that aircraft, and where the door is open, a number of people from the DEA, or at least wearing DEA and FBI jackets, ran into the plane. Is this the plane with Nicolas Maduro on board? We don't absolutely have that confirmed yet, but I think you can gather from what is taking place. Well, you jump to your own conclusions, I guess. I'll just say that. At any rate, as darkness continues to fall there, we hope we're going to see exactly who emerges from this aircraft in a little bit. It's obviously getting darker, and they're opening the iris as much as they can in their camera to try to give some light to the situation. We'll keep watching it live as we talk to retired Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Davis. All right, so you said, what comes next is the difficult part, but the president has warned, if there are ne'er-do-wells who want to continue to run the thugocracy in Venezuela, they're going to face another potential strike from American military forces if they don't get in line. Has enough been done, Lieutenant Colonel Davis, do you think, to sort of enforce discipline among any would-be Maduros down there?
That part we just don't know, because there could be certainly some mentality on some of those that may take power. And right now, apparently, the vice president has not taken power, but still says Maduro is the president and she is the vice president, though apparently she's actually in charge. But will they submit to any further? President Trump said that he talked to Marco Rubio, talked to her and said that she's willing to cooperate. We haven't heard that from her yet, so we'll see if that comes to pass. But one of the other sticking points and one of the other points of potential problem here is that Trump also said one of our objectives is now to take the Venezuelan oil and to go in and to upgrade that situation. He said it could literally take years. And will the Venezuelan people be okay with that? I mean, we're talking about some of the leaders and the thugs, et cetera, but then the question is, what about the people of Venezuela? Are they going to be okay with their oil being controlled by a foreign entity? And I don't think that's going to be an easy opportunity. Yes, President Trump said that it would help the people, but he also said we would take it. We would take.
For more, let's bring in former U.S. Army Captain and Restoration of America Foundation CEO Doug Truax and retired Navy Captain Brent Sadler. Gentlemen, welcome.
Hi, Mike. Thank you.
So, Doug, what's your analysis of this precision operation going into Venezuela and removing the president and his wife late last night?
Yeah, it's a great day in general, Mike. I mean, it's a great day for the military. I'm an Army guy, so I think it looks like it was Delta and 160th SOAR. So way to go, guys on the ground making it happen. Unbelievable. It's a great day for the people of Venezuela, obviously. I know we'll talk more about what's going to come next. But it's a great day for the American people. I mean, this has been a problem that's been going on for a long time. And, technically, after we indicted these two a long time ago, we could have gone in and got them, but we didn't. And the reason we didn't is because we had weakness and chaos during the Biden years. I mean, this just has been going on forever. Biden just overwhelmed the border with the illegals. Trinidad Arago was coming in. Trump's absolutely right. Hundreds of thousands of people have died from fentanyl and all the drugs been pouring in from this guy. He's probably the top drug kingpin in the world right now, and he's been targeting us. He's been talking to the Chinese and the Russians. So this is a time where it's like, it's time to go do something about this guy. He had lots of off-ramps, didn't take them. So we went in and got him. And I think that this point that Steve was making just a second ago, that we got him so handily. I think it's a good demonstration that there's a lot of people behind him that are willing to help us now going forward because they see what's happened in their country. So I think it's a great day overall. Lots to be learned going forward, but I really commend the military and how they pulled this off.
Brent, we know that the Pentagon draws up operation plans for all over the world in case the commander-in-chief says go. We got a lot of details from Chairman Kane, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, about what went into this operation. What stuck out to you?
The precision and the fact that there was very little response from the Venezuelan military
or the Cubans that were defending or protecting the senior leadership, in this case, Maduro and his wife. So that actually indicates a significant amount of preconditioning, setting the conditions, and also picking the right time with very exquisite intel and insights. That's what really stood out the most, and that doesn't come easy.
Doug, President Trump said the United States will basically run it until they can conduct a smooth and effective transition to proper government. Your thoughts on the weeks and months ahead?
Well, yeah, it's going to be tricky, but this is not like we went in full-scale battle and took out their army and everything else. It does look like there's going to be some cooperation right out of the gate because, frankly, out of the gate, they're going to have to cooperate or they're going to be gone. And, you know, the infrastructure's crumbled. There's no doubt about it. But there are still people running it and managing it in some capacity. So I think this is more, we're going to step in, provide some key leadership, bring in some key pieces. You know, President Trump keeps talking about our oil companies, obviously the best in the world, and coming in and building up things as quickly as possible. They'll come in and identify a lot of the infrastructure problems right away. I think the Venezuelans will be more than happy to play along with that for sure. And I think as long as we get some cooperation with the people on the ground that are actually managing what's there, I think it can happen. And I think they're pretty grateful for us right now. And Trump has expressed, you know, this is not, we're going to go in there and take over a country. That's not the idea. The Venezuelan people can come out of this doing really great because there's so much oil there. They've done so well previously, and this guy just ran it into the ground.
Brent, there also seem to be warning shots sent to Cuba, Colombia. What about that after you see this operation play out just overnight?
No, absolutely. I think Cuba is probably the one that has to worry the most because they are so dependent on the oil and the energy and the protection racket that they benefit from that was, you know, emanating out of Venezuela. Now that's gone. Of course, Colombia's got a presidential election coming in the not too distant future and a president that himself has connections to narco-terrorists himself in his past. How are you? So interesting to see how Colombia's leadership responds to this, and certainly with the United States has a long relationship, a very positive one, going after these narco-terrorists with the Colombian military and the Colombian people for many decades. An important point also about the Venezuelan economy, the oil industry is a third of what it was when Hugo Chavez came in 1999. The economy of Venezuela shrunk by over 30% in the last 6 years. It can snap back, and I think there's huge opportunity. And also it's important to note that China's the largest customer of Venezuelan oil. Well, it'll be interesting to see how we can use the Chinese to fund the rebuilding and bringing back democracy in Venezuela.
Gentlemen, I want to play a clip from the Commander-in-Chief, and I'll get you to react to it.
We are ready to stage a second and much larger attack if we need to do so.
So President Trump making it clear that if whoever is there in Venezuela doesn't play ball, we may go back in, Doug.
Looking for something specific.
Yeah, that's right. There has to be the threat looming out there, and that's perfectly fine. And I think Secretary Rubio did a fantastic job of standing up there at the press conference and saying, look, here's the deal. We'll give you guys options, but just take the best one you possibly can and get out of this thing with your life, because we'll come back in. And that's what he's doing now, is saying, look, we want everybody to play along, but just so you know, we got all these troops out here. We're ready to go again. There's a good option for you if you want to do what we say you should do. And, you know, that goes well. That's going to play out well in the future for all these other players. And I think the Mexicans have got to figure out what they're doing about the cartels, too, because it's a new day. And we're willing to do what we need to do, especially in our hemisphere, especially when it comes to protecting our own people from this drug epidemic that's been going on in our country.
Brent, I'm up against the clock. Final word?
Yeah, Latin America has turned the page, and I think we're going back to democracy, and we're going back to responsible governments, to their people. And I think regimes like Cuba and the leadership in Colombia and, of course, Mexico need to be rethinking what they've been doing the last few years.
Doug Truax, Brent Sadler, thank you very much for your analysis today.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday.
For congressional reaction, let's bring in House Intelligence Committee Chairman and Arkansas Republican Congressman Rick Crawford. Congressman, welcome.
Hi.
What is your reaction to this precision operation to remove a dictator from Venezuela and his wife and to bring them here to the U.S. for criminal prosecution?
Well, you said it right there, criminal prosecution. That's really the driving force here. But look, I think what these folks need to understand is we've got a president here that's not screwing around. And I've been watching and for almost my entire time in Congress, and waiting for some leadership in the Western Hemisphere. And by gosh, we have it now with President Trump. This is exactly what the Western Hemisphere neighborhood needs. This is what it's going to take to secure the Western Hemisphere, and this is what it's going to take to make America great again. Because you can't do it with you can't be the best house in a bad neighborhood. You need to secure the neighborhood.
Pretty clear the commander-in-chief is working with his team trying to figure out next steps to get a proper government in place in Venezuela. Do you have concerns about this transition?
Well, I think that's just it. It is a transition. We're going to have to wait and see what happens here. But in the immediate aftermath, I think there are a lot of things that are being considered. But, you know, nobody's talked to the Venezuelans about this. And what we have seen is in South Florida, where we're seeing Venezuelan expats who are celebrating this. And that is good news. If that is reflective of, you know, the sentiment in Venezuela, then that's good. And we would probably be in a good position to be able to facilitate a peaceful transition here and put a genuinely, rightfully elected individual to lead the country of Venezuela. And what we know about